Hello. Welcome to Sabbath School Flashcards. It is Monday, February 24th, and the title for today's lesson is The Rise of the Little Horn. Read Daniel 8:8-12 carefully. Reading, Therefore the he-goat waxed very great, and when he was strong, the great horn was broken, and for it came up four notable ones toward the four winds of heaven. And out of one of them came forth a little horn, which waxed exceeding great, toward the south, and toward the east, and toward the pleasant land. And it waxed great, even to the host of heaven, and it cast down some of the host and of the stars to the ground, and stamped upon them. Yea, he magnified himself even to the prince of the host, and by him the daily sacrifice was taken away, and the place of the sanctuary was cast down. And an host was given him against the daily sacrifice by reason of transgression, and it cast down the truth to the ground, and it practiced, and prospered. In which directions is this little horn moving, and why is this important to understand? Discuss your answer in class on Sabbath. After depicting four horns spreading to the four winds of heaven, the biblical text says that from one arose a little horn. The question here is whether this horn/power comes from one of the four horns, which, as we saw yesterday, represent the four generals of Alexander, or one of the four winds. The grammatical structure of the text in the original language indicates that this horn comes from one of the four winds of heaven. And since this power rises after the Grecian Empire and its four offshoots, a common understanding is that this horn is Rome, first pagan and then papal. This little horn represents Rome in both its phases, pagan and papal. Daniel saw Rome first in its pagan, imperial phase, warring against the Jewish people and the early Christians, and then in its papal phase, continuing down to our own day and into the future. The Seventh-day Adventist Bible Commentary, Volume 4, page 841. According to the biblical text, the little horn first undertook a horizontal movement and grew exceedingly great toward the south, toward the east, and toward the glorious land. Daniel 8:9, New King James Version. These three directions correspond to the three major areas that fell under the domination of pagan Rome. As the little horn becomes the main player in the vision, its vertical expansion receives detailed attention. In this regard, the horn corresponds closely to the little horn of Daniel 7, as the following comparison shows. 1. Both horns are little in the beginning, Daniel 7:8, and Daniel 8:9. 2. Both become great later on, Daniel 7:20, and Daniel 8:9. 3. Both are persecuting powers, Daniel 7:21, 25, and Daniel 8:10, 24. 4. Both are self-exalting and blasphemous, Daniel 7:8, 20, 25, and Daniel 8:10, 11, 25. 5. Both target God's people, Daniel 7:25, and Daniel 8:24. 6. Both have aspects of their activity which are delineated by prophetic time, Daniel 7:25, and Daniel 8:13, 14. 7. Both extend until the time of the end, Daniel 7:25, 26, and Daniel 8:17, 19. 8. And both face supernatural destruction, Daniel 7:11, 26, and Daniel 8:25. Lastly, because the little horn of Daniel 7 represents the papacy, the vertical expansion of the little horn in Daniel 8 must represent the same power. Thus, as in Daniel 2 and 7, the final main power is Rome, both pagan and papal. This is Witness Glenn. Make sure you spend time in understanding these very important lessons. Have a great day.